You are welcome to the Wealthy Continent channel, a channel dedicated to the great people and continent of Africa. Remember, where you find yourself tomorrow is a function of the decisions and actions you take today. On our series, You Are Responsible for Your Life, we're going to be looking at the topic, Walk with the Situation You've Got. Now, we don't live in a perfect world. Situations and circumstances will never be perfect. Conditions will never be perfect. Now, as an African, you might be watching this from Africa. You can't tell me that the situations everywhere, they are the same. Whether you are living in Europe or the Americas, Asia, the Antarctica, Australia, the Middle East, wherever it is that you are, the conditions are different. Now, reality is that some areas are harsh, very harsh. Some are not as harsh as others. Some are more conducive than others. So sometimes you might need to change location. One thing you have to understand is this. There are things you can change and there are things that you cannot do much about. There are external factors happening, where you are, happening with the government, happening with the economy. There's little that you can do to change those things. Policies, weather, there's little that you can do. But the internal stuff, something that has to do directly with you, you can do something about it. You can change something about it. You can decide that this is not where I want to live. I need to move. You can decide I don't have enough knowledge in this area. I need to upgrade. You can decide I don't have enough skill in this area, or I need to change what I'm doing. You can do something about it. The truth is this: conditions will never be perfect. But what we do with ourselves is what will determine the changes we see around us. We have to become better. We have to be creative thinkers. We have to be people who are skillful. We have to be people who are flexible and adaptive to situations and circumstances that we can change. We are moldable. We have to look for individuals who are doing well in the same situation and circumstance. What are they doing that is different? If our plan is not working, are we ready to replace it with something that is proven, something that is working? At the end of the day, you may not be able to control the external forces, but the internal ones, you and I can do something about it. The truth about life is that the change we want to see will always emanate from us. So we have to do something about ourselves, about our situation, and leave the external forces that we cannot control. If you focus on this, you will have a better result. Now, you can't compare if everybody is on a lower ground, on the ground floor, to people who are on the 10th floor. They are not saying the same thing. Perspective matters in all this. Perspective will determine your attitude. Perspective will determine where you focus your time and energy. Perspective will determine the kind of opportunities you are looking for. Perspective will determine the kind of relationship you are looking for. Quality relationship that will add value to you. Perspective will determine the people that you want to work with. So even if you can't change the external factors, you can always change yourself to change your life. If you have been getting value from our videos, we'd like you to consider subscribing to this channel, clicking on that like button and sharing with others. Remember, you are a difference maker and being different is normal. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.